What up guys, it is Justice here, and over this weekend I have been grinding it out so much across Livid, doing around 20 hours worth of Livid across 2.5 days. I started this on Friday night. As you can see at the top of the screen, 0 produce. You'll then see on the screen now me doing a quick hopping method at the Livid farm, and this was where hundreds and hundreds of people, the community, were gathering together to help each other out, essentially try and optimize the produce that you're gathering per hour. It was a fantastic time over the weekend. I streamed quite a bit of it as well, because people were saying you've got to stream. I was like, okay, I'll stream as well, despite it being Livid farm. But despite all of that, the grind was absolutely real. This is probably one of the worst completionist requirements that you're gonna have to do and complete. So yeah, it was extremely hard to get through this because you're doing hours and hours constantly of the same activity, and especially if you're doing this method where you're optimizing it, it is extremely grind worthy. It is a lot harder than just doing Livid within one world. It does require more effort to do it. And yeah, it grinded us out. It really did grind me out. However, what you'll find towards the end of this video is that I have grinded Livid farm out over this weekend. Managed to do around 20 hours worth from naught produce. I did around a whole day of just chilling on the same world, and then on Sunday came across this method where you're optimizing your produce per hour. So I decided to do that for Sunday. This method has been out in the game, I think, for a long time after discussing it with various people. It just gained a lot of exposure this weekend due to just a huge amount of people deciding to do Livid this weekend to get completionist cape. Last minigame weekend, it was more about pest control. There's still a lot of people who've done pest control this weekend for Superior Elite Void, but there is a huge hype around Livid farm this weekend, and this method which we're using here can get you up to 60,000 produce per hour if you're extremely quick and you don't miss any of the produce when you hopping worlds. The idea is that we're carrying out the activity that gives you the most produce out of any other activity within the Livid farm, and we're prioritizing that activity every time we hop worlds. There's a certain world rotation that can change every few hours, and essentially we pick up the produce from the produce pile, we gather those together and we put it into the trade wagon. In idle time, like you can see on screen right now, you will fertilize the soil, repair fences, just as if you're in a normal world, as if you're doing it without hopping worlds. And then when you hop worlds, you will prioritize, as soon as that produce pile spawns, you will prioritize gathering that. You put the produce, by the way, onto your action bar as well, and that means you can bundle them together a lot quickly. The idea essentially is to gather the produce, hop worlds, then deposit, and that way you know you can keep your rotation going, and it's definitely confirmed, because sometimes you can hop worlds too late, etc. And then in your idle time, always prioritize fertilizing the soil and then repairing the fences, and that's how you optimize your produce per hour here at Livid farm. If you want to know more about the method, you just need to join the FC, which you'll see on the right hand side of the screen, and they'll explain things, and you'll get into the rhythm after about 20 minutes of doing it. You should be able to learn how to do it. But either way, it was a fantastic time. It was great just to see the whole community coming together, helping each other out just to try and optimize that produce per hour. It's fantastic to see. So yeah, anyway, managed to pretty much complete it now. Towards the end of this video, you will see that my produce now is at 840,000 produce, which is ridiculous. This is one of the completionist requirements which I thought I'm never going to be able to complete, and now that this Livid requirement is pretty much done now that this Livid requirement is completed, I have a good feeling now that potentially I might be able to get to the comp cape eventually. This is one of the hardest requirements now completed. This was probably the one which was going to stop me from getting to comp potentially, due to just how grind worthy and boring it actually is, the activity. But now that I've got it completed, I can focus on PVM over the next 2 days over on my Twitch channel, just to sort of like recover and use that as sort of rehab essentially. But yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I'm just going to be doing some RNG PVM all day today, and I'll be doing a lot of it tomorrow as well. It is bank holiday, fun day Monday as well, so hopefully you guys can check me out. Link in the description below, directly towards my Twitch. If you've got any spare time today, feel free to come and check me out. I will be streaming pretty much all day today, 2 separate streams all afternoon, taking a break, and then streaming into the late night, into the early morning. So if you want to check me out, link in the description below. Thank you guys for watching this video. As you can see right now, top of the screen, 840,000 produce. I will be starting my stream, getting that last 10,000 produce within the same world, and feel free to come and you know, say hi, whatever. I'm just feeling so psyched right now. I'm just so hyped. because of now finally completing this requirement. Thank you all, and a huge respect for everybody who's completed Livid, especially those who have done it without double produce. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you on my next video or live stream.